Okay, does the code work? Because I'm not getting questions. That is the first. Yesterday I was swamped, didn't know where to start and where to stop. But maybe let's just dive in between us three. Harald, you told me over breakfast, as I said, that you are like giving speeches all the time, raising awareness on these topics. And in your talk, you showed that alternatives are there. So one could wonder what's stopping everyone. So what does it make it so hard?
Yeah, there are several hurdles, impediments. I think there are the narratives that makes it hard. Some people believe in the narrative, we can't do it. We are not able to do it, but it's not true. We can do it, we have the examples, and we have to copy them. And I think the awareness is now there. Now the next step is to do it, to act. And we are just, we have the examples, we have the alternatives, and at the moment we are developing a web application for the people who were already successful in projects from do the transformation from dependent environment to an independent environment. Yeah? And that's something like a missing link at the moment. And also the companies, they need strategies. Yeah? For example, they have to look at they have to do risk management and not to avoid all the risk, to concentrate on the most important risks. And then I think this is the right way to have a risk-based procedure.
What is your take on that? What do you think is stopping?
Yeah, I think it's the awareness is there. I could agree. I think it's a question of sometimes complexity to change something which already is quite a big step gone in the past. So the other one is, yeah, it's cost, it's money. Yeah, in the past we experienced at Deutsche Telekom with our first sovereignty offerings. It was just not possible to meet the price point our customers needed and the competitors offered. I think this changed as well. So we probably will see movement right now. But in operations, it takes a time because changing anything, and it's the same if you're changing the platform and the cloud platform, or if you are changing applications, you really have to organize the transition phase, and this is quite hard stuff.
It's a process.
Yeah,
yes.
and it's not easy to do.
Yeah,
and if you have limited resources anyhow in your organization, then it's really a burden.
Yeah.
And there are two levels. You have the level of the IT department, never change a running system, yeah? And you have the level of the CEO. It's about the existence of the company. And maybe you can make money for the moment, but you have to look for the
Future.
next years, for the existence of your company.
Yeah.
And if all your money goes to Microsoft more and more, and we talked about this in Voice. That's an association of users of IT. For example, CEO of Allianz, Mühlner, and these people. Yeah, and we have just showed you the chart with the Microsoft revenue.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And you have to think about it. If you're in the login, trap, it goes on like this.
So
for the
better
next
jump
years.
out now than
And,
later and be sorry.
I think there are companies who give all the profit to Microsoft to survive, but the next year they are dead.
Yes.
And the managers, the responsible people, not only of the companies, also the the lawmakers, they have to think about the situation. It's our tax money, and it's easier to spend tax money than to spend money of a company, because tax money you look for you have the Sondervermögen in Germany, yeah. That's a great burden for our children, our grandchildren.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm very concerned about this situation in the next 5 or 10 years. And now we have the chance to change it. And this chance, the time window of this chance becomes smaller and smaller.
The gap is closing, talking about Loic here, right?
Yeah.
Closing the gap. I have some more questions. Now they came in. I want to direct a question directly to Jens. Given the major efficiency boost using AI for impact measurement, how do you combine that with the large energy consumption and data protection risks that are implied?
I don't see so much the data protection risks. So this is more or less covered. The energy topic is valid. We have not really drilled it down up to now, but I think it's not that much we need for that. For sure, we are going to do an impact measurement on the system itself. Then I could answer the question correctly. But now I have to say I think it's not that much because if we take all the time the impact measurement needed before and all the participants and all the systems we were using, IT systems as well for the process, for researching and for calculating and so on, probably it's not that much more. I hope it's even less, but I'm not able to answer this at the moment.
Okay. Well, we have a lot of critical questions or people who say it's not so easy. For example, I fully see the arguments given, but in practice, I don't see the immediate solution. I don't think we can fight against the big tech and win. So what is a tangible solution with what we have?
We have so many solutions. Thousands of solutions. We have to apply them. We have to give the orders to the European companies. Yeah? We have Nextcloud, for example. We have OpenDesk. Yeah? OpenDesk is just an alternative to Microsoft 365. And there are 160,000 licenses already working with OpenDesk. And we have to do it. And there are a lot of changes. For example, the National Bank of Austria, they changed from Oracle to Postgres. And we have this large project in Schleswig-Holstein. And they get already the success of this project. 15 million euro. They don't have to spend on Microsoft licenses. So we have the alternatives. We also have the alternatives. I showed the slide with all these cloud opportunities. Sorry, I forgot telecom, but I added
it right after this,
just
right?
up, yeah.
Yes.
And my computer is from the year 2013. Yeah, it's in my backpack. Yeah. 2000, it's still working. It's great working. Yeah, and I don't want to change to another subject. Yeah.
No, you can't. That's just what I can do here. But we stick to this because there was a follow-up question by someone else. What are software solutions you are still struggling to find an adequate European alternative for? Does something like that exist? So is there something you say, okay, this in Europe I still don't find? Or would you say like everything is already here?
If there's a market for this, we also have an open source market. We have a lot of software made in Europe. We have the BITMI, Bundesverband IT Mittelstand, with a lot of companies, German companies who make software. I think if there's a market, you find every software, alternatively to big tech software. Yeah.
Is that your experience too? I mean,
Yeah.
there are alternatives. Are they as good? One can ask. Or like, do they have all the features? Like, it's not a bug; it's a feature. We said this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to differentiate between office solutions and special feature business solutions like I mentioned. So I can say that for special solutions, we already use more open source components for our development as anything else since several years now. So, and if we are doing IoT business, for example, we are using very much open source like ThinkSport, so I can make a long list. So I think there are mostly for every topic are open source solutions. Sometimes they are lacking some functionalities, but you are able to close this gap by yourself. I'm very much a fan of open source, for sure.
I would ask this question, send me your problem, and I will give you a solution. And I sent you, I think, more than one solution, yeah, to this
You find the alternative for every problem.
Yeah.
All right. So
the growth, there are so many alternatives. Also in Switzerland, they're very busy with alternatives and transferring to open source solutions. They also have something like a CENDIS, Center of Digital Sovereignty. They just founded it in Switzerland. I think all about around the world. I have been to Vietnam for 4 weeks at the beginning of the year. They are also interested in sovereign solutions, and I think our initiative, Digital Independence Day, will also go to Vietnam. So
wow.
I'm sure.
That's good. So you have to write a white paper, like listing every problem possible, with every solution possible that is sovereign. That would be a great... so we can distribute it over our Transform It Europe website. So let's do it like that. Okay, one last question. Could AI also assist to reduce our cloud dependency, especially making code has become much faster and easier? Could AI also assist to reduce our cloud dependency, especially making code has become much faster and easier? Could it?
I think we have to research it. There are approaches to this. Yeah. We had just had a discussion on Monday. We have the group Open Source Software, where there were IE people from Passau and from Göttingen. The applications become so small that they can run on a personal computer, and that's a trend. And this might be a solution for the future, and we don't need the billion computer centers which are built now, destroy nature and these things, and need a lot of energy and a lot of water. We don't have so much, I think. So I hope so.
So I would like to differentiate a little bit. So I think for sure software development will be done mostly by AI already now or in the future. You can see all the big techs are already firing a lot of developers and try to reach numbers like 90% software code written by the AI. I can say that we are not firing, but we are using intensively AI for coding already and will intensify this even more. So this for sure is quite a valid topic. Mm-hmm. If this reduces your dependency on cloud, I'm not that sure. You can, but I think it's not this close connected that I can answer this.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is, you two have been a great match. You show how urgent it is, but still you also show there are alternatives. And Jens, you show that it is already being done and working. So I want to thank you both very much for this discussion. It could go on for hours, but we have the coffee served now outside. So we have to stop, and we're going to wrap this up again at 12:30 with the next session. Thank you so much so far for being here. Yes.